be.
And I'm muted. Hello, everyone. We're here. We're back again.
This evening, we've got a special treat. We're going to be playing one of my favorite FMV games. This is Stearns Bravo. I'm Amy Wheeler, better known as Wheels. Who else do we have? Let's go in Discord order. Oh, she and her pronouns for me.
Andrew.
Hey, I'm Andrew Sherman. You can find me everywhere on the internet. I exist in all times and places simultaneously. He, him pronouns, though.
Hey, Claudia, she, her pronouns.
Hi, I'm Clown. She, her.
Oh, that's me. Hello.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought we were doing bits.
Sorry. No, sorry, I'm...
Nah, the game's got the bits.
Listen,
The game will fill in.
I'm running on 5 hours sleep and admittedly like too much alcohol.
Oh no.
That is how you should
So-
be able to. That's how you should take in this game.
Like, yeah,
for sure.
like that's what I figured. I figured I'm doing this the right way.
Yeah.
Immersive
I'm like
Sounds
sitting
experience.
on the
most people-
floor.
Sounds like most people at Bear Stearns in July
Hey.
2007.
Oh. Hello. I'm Marn. If you've been here the past 3 nights, you know who I am.
Should I get this train rolling?
Let's do it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, play. There we go. Martin, do I need to scroll up or down?
I think we're good.
Okay.
Hey, so no one can hear the vacuum, right? Because literally right before this, I knocked an entire glass of miscellaneous fluids on the ground.
Oh, no.
I don't hear anything.
Okay.
I don't hear anything except wanton dollar crime.
Yay.
Chat, let me know how the video volume is.
As the theme song is
and I
about
can
to
tweak
kick
it
in.
up or down.
There it is.
There we go.
Is this the Goosebumps theme?
It is similar, yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Sarah. Sarah says it sounds good.
Ooh.
That's my dad.
Your dad is on the last podcast on the left?
I forgot this was Henry from last podcast on the left.
Doesn't he have a cameo in This Is My Milwaukee, too?
Yes, he does.
Mm-hmm.
We're almost there.
All right, regulators. This is what you've been training for. Thanks to our informant on the inside, we know Bear Stearns is up to something. The government's surprise trial starts at midnight. It's up to you two to gather evidence and build our case.
We're on it, Chief. Get ready, Franco. This is Bear Stearns we're talking about here. The profits are big, the suits are cut sharp. Be prepared for anything, even non-standard filing protocols.
And the bears. Don't get me started on the bears.
Nine and Niels, I forget how young our audience is sometimes. That's just how phones looked back then.
I
Yeah.
burned them on the
Seven.
roof, but I'm saving the fireworks for tonight.
Hey, that's my dad.
You two must be regulators. Who tipped you off?
We can smell your little barbecue from a mile away.
Hope you brought the potato salad.
I'm allergic to starches.
They got pills for that, you know.
They don't work. Listen up, Franco. For each person we meet, we got 2 choices. Option 1, we do it by the book and we arrest them on the spot. Option 2, sweet talk them into testifying against Bear Stearns in exchange for a slap on the wrist.
Remember, regulators, we need people to testify or we won't have any evidence. I know you love cuffing, Henry, but save it as a last resort.
Ball's in your court, Franco. Either cut her a deal or cut her down.
They do a really good bit with the Chief on the walkie-talkie in the episode that unfortunately we can't play for production because the videos are privated. But they do a
Dang.
bit where Chief is like, "Hold on, I'll wait back here." Chief says over the walkie-talkie, "I'll wait here. You guys go handle it." And then later you see Chief as the walkie-talkie talking through another walkie-talkie to talk to them because he's never on screen.
God.
So for this first scene, there's kind of a correct way to go through it, which is to have, and that's kind of the case for the second scene as well, but eventually we will be making some real choices. But for now, I'm going to choose the correct dialogue, which is, you're young, you're smart, and you can use a flamethrower. How'd you ever end up at a place like Bear Stearns?
I was really in debt after I bought this flamethrower. A friend of mine introduced me to Mr. Dalton at a gallery downtown. Before I knew it, I was one of Jackie's girls.
She's talking about Jackie Dalton, judo master, yacht owner, and CEO of Bear Stearns.
He's also a
Is that the
karate
actual
master.
CEO?
Wow.
No, it's a
No,
character.
he's a made-up guy.
And
Yeah, I should have gone with Andrew's bit, especially for when he appears on screen, given how he looks. Okay, number
To be
two.
fair, so first off, for the chat, the joke is my honest-to-God, actual-ass, real-life father worked at Bear Stearns in 2007.
So we need to look for him. In other
And-
words.
But I like brought this up to him last night, and he was talking about like, oh yeah, they were like mismanaging those funds like crazy and going out to like big extravagant lunches.
Well, that
Yeah.
at least is represented in the game.
Excited to find that lunch.
Yep, me too.
Judo Jackie is gonna have to find a new secretary for the next 3 to 5, unless of course you can help us out.
If you're willing to sweep this little flamethrower indiscretion under the rug, I can tell you something embarrassing about Jackie's personal life.
If you could tell us something we don't already know, you won't see prison. Hell, I'll even toss in a shoulder massage on the way to the courthouse.
Think it over, lady. Henry gives a damn stiff rub down.
So, what you got?
Oh, I got something good. In public, Jackie's the hotshot judo master. But in private, he's tormented by a personal shortcoming. Jackie is not able to perform the Jujigatami crosslock. He never was.
Can't perform
My God.
a simple crosslock. How's he a judo master?
It's all politics.
Regulators! We just received a secret communique from the informant inside Bear Stearns. He or
That's
she
my dad.
said that Jackie's been spending a lot of time recently in Bear's high-risk mortgage division.
Thanks, Chief. We'll track him down. High Risk Mortgage Division. Where's it at?
He must mean symbols and records. That's where all the real moving and shaking happens. Jackie goes there to unwind. Down the hall, third room on your left. You, want to take my flamethrower?
No, thanks. These LA nights are hot enough already.
So
Ooh.
many scenes in this game have a small chance to play a rarer version of the scene, and according to the guide I'm looking at, apparently there's a 30% chance that instead of that he'll say these LA nights is hot enough already.
That's really funny.
That's so good.
I didn't know our clicks are booster packs.
They are, yeah. There are some actual 1% chance oddities within this game. We might see something really wacky, or we might just get the normal game as it
God, I hope we
is
do.
commonly seen. Who knows?
It's okay, my dad can tell me about the secret ending.
There are some
Where-
scenes
where
that
he gets
only
laid off
happen
when we
if
move
you're.
to California.
There are some scenes that only happen if you have
Domingo,
if
get low on
your
mortgages
account is
over here. What do you got
associated with a
for me?
certain state.
Beach houses, send them over.
What do you got, champion?
Jackpot Dynasty, 2 beachfront houses and a Hollywood mansion.
Hey, that's my dad.
Miss Balboa? Yeah, Dynasty over at Bear Stearns. Do I have a deal for you? Quad A mortgage bundle. Totally secure. No risk. Great, here it comes. I just screwed Balboa.
Hey, Glenn, I'm running low on bad mortgages over here. What do you got for me, buddy?
Have these two ever explored each other's bodies?
Take
Yes.
a dump on me, man. Don't be shy.
Oh yeah.
Whole building? Who owns it? Full-time or part-time waiter?
100%.
Perfect. Send that over and anything else you got. Just got some bullcrap in from Santa Gloria.
Todd? Yeah, Dynasty over at Bear. Hey, can you open up your tube for a second?
Slam! Always hated that guy. Where's Jackie Dalton?
He's in the auditorium for the all hands.
Who the crap are you two?
All right, who wants to voice our prospective character, Franco? Here, I will be choosing option 2 here.
I can do it.
Voice.
Cool.
Were you gonna say something, Andrew?
Oh no, go for it.
What the hell are you doing to those mortgages?
What's it look like we're doing?
We're making CDOs, collateralized debt obligations. Mortgages come in. I bundle them up.
And I rate them to see if they're any good. Then we sell them to our lucky clients. Over your tube, Brandy!
We're just like bakers. We get the ingredients, cook up some donuts, and stuff them in any mouth that's open.
He reading off the script.
Slow down, Dynasty.
Probably.
These two might be a couple of hall monitors. You can tell a regulator by the scent. Smells like whiteout and red tape.
Yeah? You smell like college football and fraud. Bear Stearns is going on trial tonight, and we're here to get all the evidence that we can get.
Evidence? What kind of evidence you gonna get? You don't even know what we do.
You can't expect someone fresh out of regulator night school to understand the subtleties of our noble profession.
Next option is 1.
It looks like you're just throwing together random crap and forcing it on gullible investors. Where I come from, that's called dollar crime.
What looks random to you is actually an intricate dance of mortgage seduction.
That's not just a metaphor. I met my girlfriend through a CDS.
CDS? I'm a veteran regulator, and I've never heard of that. You guys think you can make acronyms up on the spot?
CDS, that's a credit default swap. It's really simple. Imagine you're a pet store owner, and you want to buy 100 snakes, but you only have $50.
I've been there before.
So what you do is you buy 50 snakes now. That's your default. Then you borrow against those snakes for the promise of 50 more. That's your credit. Now you've got 100 snakes altogether. Only problem is, you still gotta swap them, and they are mad. And if a credit snake touches a default snake, they cancel out immediately, just like in nature.
That's not a very good explanation. Listen, imagine you and me go to the ballpark. We're walking along, we get to our seats. I lay some money on you to go buy some hot dogs and some snakes.
This is over my head.
Look, the details don't matter. I don't get it either. Bottom line is, if you want to make some money, you need a CDS.
The economy is such bullshit.
Yeah.
We're going option 2.
The only CDS I know is Cheaters Die Sad. I've got it tattooed on my lower back. You could learn a lot from it.
I was really hoping it was going to be
Are we
Cuff Dem
cheating? It's
Sherry.
an open market.
That was
Buyer
good.
buys, a seller sells. We're not making anyone do anything.
We mostly don't want to cuff
Doing is so
anybody
awful,
because we want them to testify at the
People are
trial at the
begging us
end.
for this crap. Trading volumes have never been higher.
And the dialogue options I'm choosing are the only ones that end in these two testifying.
Do you know how often
Okay.
we have to re-grease these tubes? Bi-weekly at least.
Frank, it's Dynasty over at Bear. Yeah, it's your lucky day, bro. You just won the lottery. Yeah, it's money for nothing. That's the actual rating. Yeah, I'm gonna drop it in now. Open your tube, Frank. Open your tube, you son of a bitch!
Hey, regulators. Want to get rich? We were saving this CDO for one of our big clients. Well, we might be able to part with it for a quick $500K. What do I have to say to get you into a brand new mortgage bundle today?
And we're doing number 2.
We're regulators. If you try to sell us a CDO, you're more desperate than we thought.
Everything's perfect. We're making money hand over fist. My future's so bright, I gotta wear $1 million shades.
You're out of control, champion. This mortgage game's a sham, and you're gonna get burned real bad.
Don't tell me about mortgages. This is our game, and the house always wins.
I don't think I've seen this version of this scene. That's a good visual gag.
Have we been trading these to ourselves?
Yes! I noticed it 3 months ago, but I was afraid you'd get mad. When I brought it up to Jackie, he told me to just keep quiet. Said it was all part of the master plan.
So we're just keeping all the mortgages we bring in?
Not all of them. Most of the stuff gets chopped up and dumped on the streets. But there's one kind of mortgage that we only buy. Never sell. It's a direct order from Jackie. I have to stockpile any mortgage coming from downtown LA.
The free trade zone. Those are some of the most potent mortgages in the world. What's Jackie doing just sitting on them?
I don't know. I hear he's got them all in some silo underneath the building.
That son of a bitch. Never trust a man who has more girlfriends than Ferraris.
I have 1 girlfriend and 0 Ferraris.
Then I do not trust you.
How many girlfriends does Jackie have?
39?
How many Ferraris does Jackie have?
29.
The trial is tonight. This is your chance to get revenge. Can we count on your testimony?
Absolutely. I'll be there. With 2 girlfriends and 3 Ferraris.
Good work, Gumshoe. Some of our boys in the lab just received a cryptogram from the informant. It turns out the CEO is giving a company-wide speech in 5 minutes.
We're on it, Chief. We gotta get to the auditorium and get Jackie. Let's go!
So yeah, you see, the fun story is while this was happening, I was in kindergarten getting in trouble for stealing a
This is
piece of
not
a
how I
puzzle
plan to
that was a
spend
little
4th of
duck
July.
on it that I liked.
All your fault.
Should have been buying houses.
I should have been.
Yeah, this is the real CEO of Bear
That one's
Stearns.
yeah, that one's not my dad.
This is Bear Stearns, and this is our future! Thanks to subprime mortgages.
That's
we
like
made
one
more
of the
money
2
last quarter than
Sindine
Russia.
guys, I
I'm
think.
here today
I
to
believe
lay
you're
out our
correct, yeah.
long-term battle plans. It's our
As
job
in
to
the,
make sure Bear Stearns is still
The
on
2
top
lead
in
guys who make
3,000
these,
Yeah.
or made these.
There's a saying in judo: when things are going good, they're only gonna get better. So don't jinx it by rashly evaluating anything you're doing. Hi-ya!
So
Even
true.
though everything is perfect, we still have certain responsibilities as a company. Put down the screen! Ricky, put down the screen!
When are we gonna stop watching The Big Short and start playing a video game?
You know, this isn't the first time I've seen this auditorium.
Okay, so do we
You see
want...
that woman next to him?
Uh-huh.
That's my dad.
Oh,
you see
there,
that
there
next
he
to her?
is. Yeah.
That's my dad.
Whoa!
Also, not to like continuously repeat the same joke, despite that me being exactly what I just did. My dad was actually really fucking into sambo, which isn't judo, but
But it's close.
it's close.
Do we want Henry lore or do we want Jackie lore? That's essentially the choice we're making here.
We're gonna play through twice, right?
We'll see both, yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Get Henry lore.
Okay, who's gonna be Franco in this scene?
I'll
What
be
do you
Franco.
mean, Henry?
Cool.
Sorry, I stole it.
Never mind, go for it.
Well, it was the middle of the afternoon, a Wednesday, and I was here. I had my briefcase with me, but it felt shorter than normal. I had to meet with someone named Billy Diamond, but he wasn't in his office. I waited for a while, and then I decided to find him myself. But the whole office was empty. I went down to the cafeteria to see if everyone had gone to lunch. But I got lost. Suddenly I knew I had to hide because I couldn't be there either. That's when I ran into the auditorium. All the lights were out. I crouched down in between 2 rows. I heard Chief yelling. He said to go check under the seat, 5F. So I did. I can never tell you what I saw there.
Okay.
All right, buddy.
Thanks, Henry.
What a long, pointless story.
Yep.
But what about keeping an eye on ourselves? As I'm sure most of you are aware, we recently had to let go one of our executive vice presidents, Milo Franks. A good friend of mine who allegedly harassed many of you in the audience today. Now, we have voluntarily
Niels, a
taken
lot of this
really
game
tough,
feels like a scary
proactive
dream
look
you had
at our
once.
internal policies. And you are
Yeah.
going to see
Yeah,
some
yeah,
big
exactly. That's
changes
basically what Henry was
in
describing
next
too.
quarter's orgy.
No, like I'm watching this, and this is like,
Part of the class
like I feel like I had this as
We
a
are
dream when
legally
I was
delighted to
6,
show you
when I
the
learned my
following
dad got like laid off or whatever. This was going on in my head.
Another week, another class action settlement. Well, you know this isn't the first time they've fired Milo Franks, right?
Do we want to get lore on Vice President Milo Franks, who's been sacked multiple times, or do we want to watch the sexual harassment internal training video?
Oh, sexual harassment for sure. IMO.
I do remember the harassment video being pretty good.
It's very funny. Clown, you want to read that line there?
Yeah.
Second one?
There's a harassment. I forgot the voice I was doing. There's a harassment video about to begin.
There's a party today. Let's see what happened.
That's okay. Hands off. Looking good, feeling good.
Preordained.
This is like one of the most, this is my
You're
Milwaukee
burning on
parts
the
of this.
floor.
Mm-hmm.
Bonub?
Ask me next time.
Oh.
One more. I'll try anything once.
Miss Adult Swim.
Careful, big boy.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Well, now we've been
true.
Mm.
That video never gets old.
I forget that dude is clearly walking in place.
But it's also
And it's
special
funny,
for
like,
me
why did they
personally.
even need to wheel out the
60
little
years ago
CRT if they just had
was
a
the first
projector
flight
screen?
of the
Yeah.
Empire. Sunrise. It was a radical prototype jet plane designed to break the speed of sound. Who was the pilot? Well,
My
it's
dad.
supposed to be Captain Bonus Washington, but his gout was flaring up. His stand-in was First Lieutenant Bonus Waverly. But he'd just been arrested that morning for winking at a lady. Everyone thought the flight would be canceled, so we all headed to the mess hall for some pinochle. 10 minutes later, the Major storms in, hollering that we had an unexpected guest. We ran to the window, and who was standing on the runway but General Eisenhower himself? I was so surprised I spit out my pinochle.
I love this monologue.
We all knew the stakes. Either the Empire Sunrise would break the sound barrier that afternoon, or Ike would march straight to President City and kill the whole program. Problem was, no man had the stomach to jump in the cockpit and deflower that supersonic maiden. No man, but Junior Airman Jackie Dalton. When I sprung to my feet to volunteer, everyone was speechless. Hell, I was only 15. But nobody else was volunteering, so Major tossed me a flight helmet, and Bonus Washington limped over and gave me a manly kiss on the lips. I jumped into the cockpit, and it wasn't long until I had the sunrise at cruising altitude. Major came on the horn with the flight plan. He said east, but I heard up. I slapped the switches for all 4 sonic thrusters and angled the sunrise till she pointed due up. The altimeter started spinning like a propeller as my lips curled back from the acceleration. My last memory of the climb is the man-made thunderclap that meant our mission had been a success. When I came to, it was 3 hours later, according to the electric clock on the dash. And above me was the majesty of outer space. Below me was also the majesty of space. I was in actual space. Thinking quickly, I rolled up the windows. Some calculations on the back of an envelope told me I'd spiral back to Earth in 8 days. And run out of oxygen in 3. So I disrobed and tore my burlap flight suit into long strips, which I wove into a crude net. Whenever the oxygen got low, I'd cast out the net and snare a few stray air particles to tide me over.
JQSI is up.
Well, the week just flew by. The engine kicked in just as I re-entered Earth's atmosphere. I landed back at base, expecting to be welcomed as a hero. Instead, I was dishonorably discharged on the spot! My only crime? Survival! And the misuse of government. Brr. That's when I realized that the only thing regulation does is stop risk takers in their tracks. At Bear, I reward risk takers. And this year, you all took a lot of risks. Here come the rewards. I've always believed in giving you the best. But with the glut of profits we've won in the mortgage game, we finally have a little extra spending money for the premises. You said you wanted fancy trash cans. You're getting them. You said you wanted to throw out the old trash cans and larger, even nicer trash cans. You're getting them. You said your chairs were uncomfortable. Better chairs, everyone gets too. People who worked in cubicles before now have offices. People who worked in offices before now have corner offices. We built more corners.
Yeah, I don't know why the video
We
is
also
so
renovated the Solarium Club,
180p.
classed it up a little
Let me
bit,
try to
moved the
fix that.
mechanical.
Oh, it didn't change for me.
I know. But most importantly, performance-based bonuses. 3 employees competing for one big pile of cash.
We'll get a
Cecilia's
dialogue option
presenting
soon
this
if you
year.
need to
We're gonna
troubleshoot.
take a short break while the boys in the judges' booth count up the bonus money. I'm gonna go grub some interns. I'm just kidding. Am I? See you in a bit. Breaking news.
I'm just gonna refresh the page really quick. Nope.
They'll be certain
Okay,
to
there we go. I
testify
think I
tonight.
fixed it.
How are we supposed to do that?
Any way you can. I'm sure the judges can be persuaded.
Chief, we don't even know what this informant looks like. How are we supposed to pick him out of a bonus lineup?
We're already on it. Every available regulator is hitting the streets and doing background. Expect some updates in the next few minutes.
Bullocks! Jackie just walked backstage. Needs railroads and utilities when you can just take a shot at Boardwalk.
Who is that
All right.
woman right there? She looks so familiar.
That's
Oh, I
Clown's
don't
dad.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
it's my dad. This is where we essentially choose what route we want to go on, so I'll just leave this to the group.
Ooh. I know the Solarium Club is like the last thing that we're gonna do probably.
I mean, we could do it first, but it won't make a lot of sense.
Let's do it.
But I
last.
guess it doesn't make sense if you do it last either.
I think we're not ready to battle Jackie yet. I think we should build a case.
Top
I
one.
agree.
Yeah, that makes sense to me.
Clown, you want to read it?
We're not ready to battle Jackie yet. We got a case to build, and that means making sure the informant gets that bonus. I don't know why I slipped into like a really bad Solid Snake impression
Keep
at the
playing
end
things
there.
by the book, Franco. One day you're gonna run out of pages. Take care of the judges. Chief calls. Tell him I'm beating up another astronaut.
Juliet, this is a documentary about what happened in 2008.
Yeah.
Yeah. My dad's in it.
Yeah, which of these three is your dad?
Which one isn't?
True. None of these dialogue options matter. What do you want me to pick?
Quick, there's a fire backstage. We need 3 people to help put it out.
That's my favorite one too.
Even if we ourselves were ablaze, we would ignore the flame to award the bonuses. Just as the dying air still prepares for winter, so too are we compelled to issue performance-based incentives.
Franco, beat these guys up and let Henry take care of the fire.
Okay, these dudes are rule.
Oh, yeah, I really like them. Do you want to punch,
Yeah.
kick, or punch and kick them?
Kick.
Punch. Okay.
Oh. Sorry, we're gonna lose now.
I like our boots.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're kind of dripped out.
I didn't tell you, this is actually the hardest route. We have to pay attention to the dialogue because it changes every time.
Uh-oh.
We need to figure out who the informant is based on the clues she says.
Here come the employees up for the big bonus.
Well, it's obviously my dad.
Yeah.
So.
It's time to decide who gets the bonus. Good thing we're in control of the judge's booth.
Are there subtitles we can turn on?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Three Bear Stearns employees up for the big bonus. One of them is the mystery informant. We want to give them the bonus so they'll testify against Bear, but we don't know who it is. All three employees will do their best to charm the crowd, but when the music stops, it's up to the judges, in this case you, to pick a single winner. Normally the judges award the big bonus based on style and grace, but all you care about is dumping that money on the informant so they'll testify at the trial tonight. We're putting together a psychological profile of the informant. We don't know much, but I'll relay any clues we dig up. Who knows? They might help you narrow the field. For God's sake, Franco, make sure you pick that informant.
Our first round is a dance contest. Let's shake it up to this hot beat.
Hell yeah, Dad, talk it up.
The dossier says that the informant wasn't raised in the country. I'm afraid anyone with pastoral charm just isn't the informant.
So not the guy on the right, I guess.
But do they have style? Show us your best outfit. Strike a pose. Let's get famous.
Franco, I'm on the informant's Facebook. It says they live in Phoenix, drink Chardonnay, and love to unwind with the dry conservative wit of William Crystal. They must not like moisture.
We've reached the final round.
Must be the one on the left because she's covered in towels.
Yeah, maybe.
After this, they pick the winner.
I was thinking the middle, because
Yeah, because
Oh, the sun or whatever.
My name is Zazie. I'm in premium accounts. I like Aztec ruins and mint ice cream. If I win the big bonus, I'll get everyone in Neo Bernardino a new animal.
Franco, the curator of a downtown gallery just called. He said that a mysterious buyer just purchased all of his blue art. That's gotta be a clue.
Okay.
I'm Jammer. I trade Ranger Cruel Notes. I play checkers, and my favorite wavelength is 475 nanometers. If I win the big bonus, I'll build LA's largest movie theater with free popcorn for everyone. Don't forget the butter.
Franco, an Indian chief just called and said a mysterious conquistador bought up all his maize and animal fat. It's probably just a coincidence, though. That guy calls all the time.
it's the guy in the middle because 475 nanometers is blue.
Yep. I love to run hoops in my weekly croquet match. If I get the big bonus, buy a globe for every student in LA so they can see just how small the world really is.
You and me on the same wavelength, Andrew.
If it
And
were
that
up to
wavelength
me,
is
75
you would
nanometers.
all
Yeah.
but only one can pass the test, because the judges pick the best. And the winner is...
All right, so number 2, Jammer, right?
Yeah.
I think it's Jammer.
Jammer.
We will only know at the very end if we picked right.
Okay.
Congratulations.
Oh no, the guy on the right is so upset.
Amazing! That's the exact amount of money Jackie spent last year on the Halloween party. Thanks, everybody.
I hope you picked the right person, Franco. If the informant shows up to the trial, we'll know you chose wisely. Well, I guess we got all the evidence we could. Nothing to do now but relax with friends and food before the trial.
It's not supper time yet!
The hell it's not!
Listen up, Franco. I didn't fight Jackie, but I know where he's at. There's a Bear Stearns board meeting going on in 5 minutes. Let's crash that party.
Bear Stearns board meeting.
Oh.
Whoa. Loading. Hallway.
Are those actual loading screens, or is that just another video?
I think it's just
another.
When I was poking around backstage, I
Is
wound
it?
up talking to
video.
some disgruntled pencil neck who does
I think
research
they
for
were in the
Bear.
game, but this
Little
is an archive
coaxing,
of YouTube,
A
right?
little bit of flashing the
Yeah.
badge, and
Well, no,
before
this
long,
is
he
the
was telling me
actual
Bear's
game.
Yeah, this is the
biggest
actual
secret is
game.
Oh, never
a
mind.
couple of margaritas. Now, most of it I
Someone
couldn't
is
make heads or tails
making
of,
an
but the
archive
one
of,
thing that came
the
across
whole
loud
thing,
and
though.
clear is that the board of directors is PO to Jackie. He's been fudging the numbers for the last 3 quarters, and they are anxious for some real results.
I'm getting anxious for a fine steak dinner. As soon as we're done with this bullcrap, we're going for a long, heavy meal at some tourist trap.
Hell yeah, brother.
Franco, it looks like you have 3 things on your mind.
I think the loading screens might be like the way that they kind of paint over the awkward, like the YouTube video needs to close and the next one needs to be opened, so the loading screen goes on over that.
What's up?
Dialogue option doesn't matter here. What do we want to say?
What do you think it's like to be a teen in space?
You'd probably be cold, lonely, sick of peeing in plastic bags, like any other teen. Who knows what Jackie was thinking looking down at a sexy blue marble. I bet it looked like he could hold the earth in the palm of his hands. Now he's ready to squeeze.
I'm thirsty.
No, I'm busted in there!
The fucking Hanna-Barbera sound effects.
A forbidden love between a banker and a regulator.
If it ain't Sherman and Clayton.
Sorry to interrupt your baby shower, ladies. You'll have to
How do you
forgive
know my
us. I don't
name?
think our gift is on Jackie's registry.
What'd you get me?
Justice. And a dinette set from Bed Bath & Beyond.
I'm happy about one of those things. I hope you won't be offended if I return the other one. We don't have time for this. Franco, take charge.
Kill
So
this
this
guy.
one has just correct and incorrect answers. The correct one for this is number 1. Who wants to read for Franco here?
I can do it. I haven't yet. Jackie Delson, you're charged with first-degree money side, super fraud, and possession of subprime mortgages with intent to distribute.
You think those charges scare me? I've been fighting scorpions since I was in short pants. Regulators. What are you trying to prove with your little dog and horse show? You don't know the first thing about trading. I bet you can't even tell me what CDS stands for.
You fool.
You fool.
All right, Martin, were you paying attention? Do you know the answer here?
It's credit default swap.
You're right.
They explained it to us with snakes.
That's not the only abbreviation we know, Jackie.
Yeah? Try this one. You're a couple of SOBs! I think it's a compliment. What kind of supervillain stuff do you regulators think I'm doing? I'm just a businessman buying and selling mortgages to make an honest profit. That's what this board here pays me to do.
So if we remember the dialogue from Champion and Dynasty, we'll remember that number 3 is the correct answer.
Oh. Does the board know you're hoarding mortgages in a secret underground silo?
I believe you're mistaken, lads. We sell off mortgages as soon as we bundle them.
I assume your sales are still brisk, Jackie.
Of course. We do hoard the occasional
I know that
mortgage
person in
underground,
the
but
middle.
It's much more of a bunker than a
Yeah,
silo.
it's my dad.
I'm done explaining myself. You don't just barge into a private board meeting and start hollering out questions. Did you learn your manners in a streetcar?
Name desire.
Do we remember the ratio of Ferraris to girlfriends?
I think he had more girlfriends.
It's more girlfriends than Ferraris. He has 39 girlfriends and 29 Ferraris.
You're exactly right.
I've got,
More girlfriends than Ferraris? Jackie, we know you're a gorgeous Sicilian, but the shareholders don't.
I'm sorry.
No need to be sorry, Jackie. You can't help who you are.
I'm a gorgeous
but understand
Sicilian, too.
That I do not want to have to make an unseemly call to the Senate.
Leave my girlfriend and Ferrari ratio out of this. How I choose to unwind in the evening is my business. I protect Bear from her enemies. That's what's important.
Most of your enemies are in your head, you old astronaut. You're not a cautious businessman. You're a delusional maniac.
So this one we missed the answer because we were having Henry describe his weird dream that he had. But the answer is the first one.
Yeah, Henry's right, Jackie. You actually believe Bear's greatest threat is latitudinal squeeze. Oh, I remember that. It's coming back to me now.
It's your greatest threat, too! It's everyone's greatest threat! The Earth is getting squatter by the day, and I'm the only one who can admit it! Where are we gonna stand when there's no more ground?
Jackie, I thought we agreed latitudinal squeeze would be a personal issue and not corporate priority.
My issues are Bear's issues. I run this whole place. You can't even tie your own ascot.
Well, you should get an ascot boy yourself the way you're dressed. You look like you're about to go out for a McDonald's hamburger.
Maybe I am.
He says, yeah,
Admit it, Jackie, you're out of
Milwaukee
control.
way.
You make decisions on a whim, and when things go south, you blame it on someone else. Just like with Milo Franks.
What do you mean, Frenchman?
Tell him, Franco.
So we missed this dialogue watching the sexual harassment training, but it's good we got training. But I will say the correct answer is number 2.
You didn't know? Jackie is personally responsible for the Belgium-Belarus transaction.
Damn it, Jackie, was that really your fault?
I gave the King of Belgium $100 billion out of my own coin purse to cover that mess.
It's not the money, it's the principle. It's unbecoming to destroy an anti-constitutional monarchy like that.
Come on, it was just one time. It won't happen again.
See that it doesn't.
So this one we remember
Halloween
from the dialogue.
party.
Yep.
Oh yeah, the Halloween party.
Mm-hmm.
Only $99 on Halloween? Jackie. I mean, there's frugal and then there's just miserly.
We may not be Fengua Felipe, but we can still attempt a half-decent shindig.
What do you want from me? It's a goddamn Halloween party! I couldn't spend any more! None of you jerks even showed up! Sometimes I wonder why I'm in this line of work.
So I think this one is purely vibes based, but there is a correct answer. What's y'all's take?
Ooh,
yeah.
Socialite.
I think also
I
sommelier.
think socialite as well. Ooh.
The answer is sommelier, and he
Let's
does not
fucking
pronounce
go.
it correctly.
Damn.
I guess the guy knows wine.
A sommelier. I was 3 years old. Just a poor boy in an Italian row skyscraper.
Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah, this part's weird.
Why don't you bear the wine tonight, Jackie? Chilled Riesling with quail? I'll try anything once.
Swap the green element.
You gotta commit to the poor, man.
My husband! My husband!
I'm sorry, Mrs. Dalton. We did everything we could. But the wine pairing was just too nuanced.
I'll give you a choice, son. Juvenile hall till you're 18, or we
Oh.
can try to sneak
Oh,
you
the
into
fennel.
the vehicle. If I catch you pairing wines again, I just might kill you.
I'm no sommelier, Franco. Not anymore.
What can you do, Jackie? You made it up to space and they just kicked you out of the army. You clawed your way to the top of Bear and we're taking this place down tonight. Face it, old man. You're running out of boats. We're just about to sink your battleship.
No one talks
about
to
the
me that
battleship.
way. You forgot about one ship you can't sink. The HMS Judo fight. Regulators, you'll never beat them in a fair fight.
Y'all remember?
Oh, the crosslock. He can't do a basic
Yeah.
crosslock.
Yep.
Yeah.
Martin, you want to read the line for the listener?
Yeah. Don't worry, Chief. Jackie's not a real judo master. He can't even perform the Jujigatami crosslock.
Of course I can.
Idiot.
That's a foundational move.
Then give us a
Look at
little
this pleb.
demonstration. I always like to brush up on my basics.
outlandish. Jackie, demonstrate the move this instant and let's show this Frenchman on his way.
Fine, no problem. Here it goes. You can do this, Jackie. Juji Gatami crosslock. It's this damn new skeleton. I just haven't adjusted yet.
Are they harmonizing?
What am I seeing? Shut up, you weirdos! Now you see just how much we know, Jackie. About you, about Bear, about everything. Testify tonight, and we'll make sure the personal stuff doesn't get in the papers.
Testify against who? Himself?
Yeah. Or against the company.
Had an aced attorney lose animation.
1957. I was a junior VP assigned to a deal in La Havana. It was my job to fetch mojitos for the senior partners. Maybe play a little bongos to set the mood. The oilmen just wanted to drill, and it looked like they had enough dinero to cover the Cubans. Negotiations were going smooth. Short work days and mambo every night. The afternoon we were gonna close the deal, the Cubans decided that dinero wasn't enough. Batista wanted the bomb. The oilmen stormed out, livid. And as a last-ditch attempt to save the deal, the partners made me call the one man in the world I hated the most. Ike. We hadn't really
My dad.
caught up since he saw me off to space 10 years before. And he
Eisenhower?
was none too
Yeah.
happy that I roused him at 4 a.m. to ask for an atomic weapon. Let me tell you, you've never been yelled at till you've been yelled at by Dwight D. Eisenhower. Didn't matter though. Well, I had been getting chewed out over the phone. The partners had reasoned with Batista. That money was going to Cuba one way or another. And if Batista didn't want it, well, we knew some guys in the mountains that did! The Cubans were ready to sign. The only problem? The oilmen were already on the runway! If that plane took off, the deal was history! I was the CEO of Bear 36 months later. Franco, I don't want to jump kick propellers anymore. I'll testify.
You only get that scene if you get all of the questions right. Like the backstory of what he was doing before the communist revolution in Cuba.
That's awesome.
So some of that stuff. Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say some of that stuff that's talked about in like the pronunciation book.
It is. It connects with the pronunciation
Order,
book.
order. People of Los
ARG,
Angeles
which is
versus
also
Bear
backstory
Stearns
for
is called
Jackie.
into session.
Yeah.
Counselor.
And about that
bit of
mission,
a
I think.
firecracker of a case if you're gonna ruin my 4th of July with this unpleasantness.
No problemo, Judgy. This one's open and shut. We'll have you out of here in time for the grand finale.
Now
First
we'll see if we
witness?
got everything right.
Hot
The
potato, let's do
informant
this.
is the only thing I think we got it right, but we'll see.
I think I saw him there.
Yeah, it's all of the possible
All three of them are there.
informants show up, yeah.
That woman makes such intense eye contact.
The close-ups of Jackie are so unsettling because you can see all of the caked-on makeup to make him look like he has the spray tan.
It's my dad.
Yeah. That's crazy. Small world. Your dad knew my dad.
Sorry, my dad put your dad away. Maybe. We'll see how it plays out.
We'll see.
love that Franco's first name is Franco.
Furthermore,
Yeah.
they expect us to believe that these contracts are invalid if they're crossing their fingers behind their backs when you're signing them. Now that may fly in France, but not here in Los Angeles. And now, Judgey, I'd like to bring our surprise witness to the stand. The mystery informant.
Let's go.
Yeah.
I gotta say, I love Jackie's design of it. Like,
Yeah.
it's just a guy with a
My
stock
name
ticker
is
for a
Jammer.
face.
It's so
I'm the
good.
informant. For the last 2 years, I've been leaking information to the regulator's office. Why'd I do it? One day I was in the wrong place at the wrong time, and I saw Jackie inflate of value.
Oh my god.
That's when I knew that I had to tell the whole world about Bear.
No further questions. For my final witness, Your Honor, I'd like to call to the stand Jackie Dalton, CEO of Bear Stearns.
My God.
My name is Jackie Dalton. I was born on Cinco de Mayo, 1932. I have committed the following crimes. Use of the American mail system to transport mind-altering financial incentives. Misrepresentation of the risk of a financial instrument for the purpose of deceiving my own cousin Randy. Illegal consumption of restricted mortgage fluids. Premeditated burglary of national monuments. Unlicensed packaging and sale of workonium as a marital aid. Serving restricted mortgage fluids to minors. Impersonation of a federal building. A double dollar crime in the free trade zone.
My God.
Mr. Dalton, you're looking at 777 years of hard time. Are you sure you want to plead guilty to that rap sheet?
Hard time? Judgy, hard time is convincing the premier of China to sell you all the vowels in his country's language. Hard time is bankrupting the Indian subcontinent just because your ex-wife loved those damn Bollywood films. Hard time is battling every Turkish male of wrestling age for the right to strip mine Istanbul. Jail? It's gonna be the first R&R I've had in decades!
He's so sweaty.
No further questions.
After careful review of the regulator's sexy evidence, in the case of the people of Los Angeles versus Bear Stearns, I rule passionately in favor of the people. Effective immediately, Bear Stearns is property of the city of Los Angeles. It will be liquidated tomorrow at noon at the Neo Bernardino Community Pavilion and Slag Dump. Additionally, all members of Bear Stearns' Senior Executive Committee shall be fined $200,000 each.
Jackie's just gonna walk?
No, he's not.
Yes!
Mega Man.
Wild Arms.
Cliff Wild Arms.
We'll settle this later.
He's a main character of the second episode.
I was
Not
gonna say,
so
I forget you
fast.
see him in Impact 1.
I've gotta hand it to you regularly.
Only with one of the best
all
endings.
The pieces of the puzzle. Only one problem. You
Or
did
if
the
you
puzzle
choose to
upside
watch
down,
the
and now
slideshow,
you're
which
just
we did not.
staring at a bunch of brown cardboard on the back.
My God, he's right.
Stop grandstanding, old man. The trial is over.
Sure. You got your fancy little show trial. But did you get answers? Bear did hoard a lot of mortgages. Why do you think I'd want to do that?
Oh,
You
Dyke is
traded
up
for a quick
25%.
buck.
We traded most of them. But that was just to distract you from the ones we held on to. Take a look. Bear Stearns now owns every mortgage in LA's free trade zone. And whoever owns the mortgages owns the property!
That's not how mortgages work.
It is now. I declare the free trade zone to be a new sovereign nation. Jackie Town. In ancient Macedonia, a 12-year-old boy was given one chance to become a man. He would stand beneath the tallest tree in town as the entire village watched. an elder would climb to the highest branch of the tree and drop a hot greased pig upon the boy. If he caught it, he was a man, and he was allowed to devour it on the spot. That's nothing compared to the coming-of-age ritual in the Young Dynasty. On the first day of spring, all the 14-year-old boys were exiled from the village, not allowed to return until each tricked a lion into eating itself. A society's coming-of-age ritual shows us what that culture values most. What does LA value? When you turn 18 in this town, you get taxes, you get the draft, the DMV, jury duty, the list goes on! LA values bureaucracy and regulation. But Jackietown values freedom, chance, and charm. I wrote up a little constitution during the closing arguments. Let's see. We, the people of Jackietown, in order to form a more perfect mega union, something, general welfare, something, blessings, and mega liberties, mortgage. Oh, here's the good part. No rule, law, or statute shall be made to infringe upon man's just pursuit of unregulated, unobstructed dollar flow. Jackietown's governing body and military shall be Bear Stearns. The sole function of the government will be to repel foreign threats of regulation. We'll probably have to make a fire department too, but that's it! No taxes, no laws, no excuses. Oh, I almost forgot. Lastly, any foreign regulators found in Jackietown shall be killed! Seize them!
I like how he had to check the script for "shall be killed." Like he had to check the
Chips are
text that he
down.
had written.
Looks like we're about to play our last hand.
Not if I'm dealing.
Franco's a girl!
Whoa.
Wow.
Chaos in the streets of
I
the
love
zone.
that.
Outgunned and running out of time, the regulators retool their fiscal instruments as machines of war. Will Jackie's Hellsword cut through all that is sacred? Find out.
Not the
in
Hell
Second
Sword.
Impact. Double dollar crime in the free trade zone.
Wow, Wheels, when are we gonna play that?
Literally,
not
when they-
tonight.
when they- Oh, hey, it's Breakdance Beach.
Yeah,
Breakdance Beach.
Literally, when they finish reconstructing it, I do want to stream it.
Oh, me
Yeah.
too, absolutely. I think number 2 is probably my favorite, actually. There's a lot that's good in this one too, but number 2 is like so big.
It's like, yeah, there's like a lot in there. And I know that like there's someone on the Discord who's literally rebuilding the whole thing from scratch because they ripped all of the videos. At some
Nice.
point.
Credits
Also
said
did
voice
see-
Loops appears as herself.
Yeah, I was about to say that.
Breakdance Beach?
Orb-a-time Tony.
Worker.
Hero Connor.
In the tapes and beats. Train cran screech like a stray banshee. Dr. Zayas, no way, man's free. And apes can't speak on.
Yeah, we gotta play Penn Breach, the assailant, a well-known Ray
I think the illustrations you get in these credits differ. I think there's like a bunch of different ones you can get, but maybe I'm
Wow,
wrong.
I didn't know that. I know that.
Maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like every time I see a different one, but maybe I'm just not paying attention.
I know that Second Impact has tarot cards with art that is drawn by Drill.
What?
Oh my god.
Breakdance Beach?
Or I have seen that illustration, so maybe I just wasn't paying attention.
Howcast. Huh.
The man, Howcast.
You used to have to pay for Second Impact also.
Yeah, and I did. I
also
shoveled
did.
out the money for it.
Yup.
Why was there a special thanks to Governor Shintaro Ishihara?
Huh.
Great question. I'm not sure. There is an ending that is in Japanese, even though the subtitles are in Korean. The dialogue is in Japanese, so maybe it has to do with that. We want to reload first impact because second impact won't work. What do we think? Do we want to do the comedy Solarium Club arc next, or do we want to do the second main arc, second main branch next?
I feel
We
like
should do the second main and then do Solarium. What do you all?
yeah.
That sounds good to me.
Y'all okay with me skipping the stuff we've already seen?
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
Wanton dollar crime.
I'm wanting a lot of dollars.
Hail Mary, they're already torching the documents.
I would have burned them on the roof, but I'm
Dollar
saving the
crime and a lot of
fireworks for
wontons.
tonight.
That's
You
nothing.
two must be regulators. Who tipped you off?
It's in the
I
spirit.
can smell
I
your
feel
little
like they talk
barbecue
about
from a mile away.
Hope you brought the potato salad.
cuisine a
I'm
lot.
allergic to starches.
They got pills for that, you know.
They don't work. Listen up, Franco. For each person we meet, we got two choices. Option 1, we do it by the book and we arrest him on the spot. Option 2, sweet talk him into testifying against Bear.
Okay, we've seen this. Yada yada.
I was really in debt after I bought.
Young, dumb, and full of flamethrower fluid.
If you're willing to sweep this little flamethrower indiscreet.
It's so sad that there was supposed to be a third part to this, and they just never finished it, I guess.
I know, it's really tragic. I don't think... I think, Martin, I think you and I might have been the only people who bought Second Impact. Alright, we want this.
Just like
in.
this is my Milwaukee arc.
We're making CDOs.
We'll pick some of the wrong answers next time on the Solarium Club run, but I want to make sure I'm getting these ones right for the best ending of the second.
Okay.
Whatever, the second branch. Let's see, what is the right answer for this one? We want...
I think it was dollar crime.
Yeah, you're right.
What looks random to you is actually an intricate dance of mortgage.
And cheaters die sad.
Cheating? How are we cheating?
I
It's an
actually
open market.
split the
Buyer
money for
buys.
Second Impact with a friend who I played the first
Oh.
one for.
Yeah. Wait, what was your government assigned username? Mine is
I don't
New
remember.
Watchdog.
I don't remember what it was.
Ah. Number 2.
Everything's perfect. We're making money hand over fist. My future.
I know the first time we streamed this for Extra Life, Andrew and I made an account on stream that we maybe could still get into.
This is not how I plan to spend the 4th of July.
Yeah, maybe.
Cause oh, but we don't have the VODs of that Extra Life. I was gonna say we would have said it aloud on stream, but
This is
we don't have
2007.
that VOD.
This is Bear Stearns, and this is
Thanks
our
for the
future.
establishment context.
Thanks to subprime mortgages, we made more money last quarter than Russia. I'm here today to lay out our long-term battle plans.
I think
It's our
the
job
branch
make
we're
sure
about to
Bear
do is my
Stearns
favorite
still
one.
on top
I
in
like it a little more.
3007. There's a
There's some
saying
weird
in
stuff that can happen if we're lucky,
Things
too.
are going good.
Hell yeah.
They're only gonna get better, so don't jinx it by rashly evaluating anything you're doing. Hi-ya! But even though everything is perfect, we still have certain responsibilities as a company. Put down the screen! Ricky, put down the screen!
So now this time we'll watch the slideshow.
Yeah.
I like
know,
the
this isn't
slideshow.
the first
There's a lot
time
of,
I've
there are a
seen
lot of the answers to the boardroom quiz questions in it, but I also just think it's a funny little bit.
When the future rulers of Bear Stearns look back on our time, from their pyramid of infinite victory, how will they remember us? As thoughtful professionals whose stewardship guaranteed dependable returns? Or as crazed nihilists whose high-risk financial manipulations hasten construction of the pyramid of infinite victory? Exactly. Now, what makes our
I
business
think they buried
high-risk?
the God seed in that.
Bear Stearns has 3 primary enemies.
Hit him with the Godseed fragments.
Regulators have been a pain in our ass since ancient
no,
times. Some the market
I really like that
for
visual
itself.
gag.
Those are the same kind of goody-goody beatniks who take their breakfast cereal with soy milk instead of boiling water. So that's regulators. If you ever see one around the office, steer them to the decoy accounting division on floor 33 and notify me personally.
Last week, our good friend Senator Wild Arms introduced a bill to eliminate so-called predatory mortgages. Our lobbyists did their best, but they were no match for his arm cannon. He's strong, but everyone has a weakness. We're working on a solution around the clock at the Bonbon Island facility. Our most dangerous enemy is the threat of latitudinal squeeze.
The way the diagram is drawn, I guess it depends how you're defining latitudinal versus longitudinal squeeze, but I would call that longitudinal squeeze, probably. Or I guess if the latitudes are getting closer to one another, that could be latitudinal squeeze.
I'm not waiting for the government to take the lead on this one. By the time they realize what's going on, we'll all be too flat to even talk about it. What do our three enemies have in common? Directly or indirectly, they all prevent us from gathering mortgages! So we need to take these three things and crush them! Or in the case of latitudinal squeeze, mitigate it with lengthening pills. So we know to be on the lookout for our enemies. But what about keeping an eye on ourselves? As I'm sure most of you are aware, we recently had to let go one of our executive vice presidents, Milo Franks. A good friend of mine who allegedly harassed many of you in the audience today. Now, we have voluntarily taken a really tough, proactive look at our internal policies. And you are going to see some big changes in next quarter's orgy. Additionally, as part of the class action settlement, we are legally delighted to show you the following video in its entirety.
Legally delighted.
Another week. Another class action settlement. Well, you know this isn't the first time they've fired Milo Franks, right?
Alright, so this time I'm gonna ask, what do you mean, fellow banker?
You must be new here. You remember Belgium? Jackie convinced the king to let us privatize the country's finances. Of course, Jackie typed in the wrong country code one day and wound up transferring all of Belgium's money to Belarus.
Oh my god.
We tried to get it back, but the Belarusians had already spent it on knockoff handbags and CD burners. So who took the fall for that one? Executive Vice President Milo Franks. He's the perfect scapegoat. He's high enough up to satisfy the board of directors and the Senate, but he's low enough that he's forgotten a week later. Now, they fired Milo for the dam collapse, they fired him for the poisoned dog food, and he just keeps coming back to bear just to get blamed again for the scandal of the month. The guy must be a real masochist. I wouldn't know. I've never met him. And neither has anyone else. Actually, I did meet a Milo recently, but I don't think it was him.
I like that little bit of like behind the scenes of Bear, just that they keep firing the vice president over and over.
But it's also special for me personally. 60 years ago today was the first flight of the Empire.
Okay, I don't need to hear the space tale again. This time we are going to say, you're right. Like we can't. Wait, no. Yeah, we did the first one last time. So this time we're doing, you're right. We can't let Jackie slip away. But his judo's too hot for you. I'll go backstage. You handle the judges.
Sounds like a plan, Franco. A word to the wise. Some people are so powerful, it's best not to get involved with them at all. And I'm not talking about Jackie.
Bodes well.
Yeah, we might see who I think because I think he's referring to the same guy he was supposed to meet in that dream that he's talking about, Billy. Forget his last name.
I've added a gif of Terry Nanny to our
Yeah.
layout.
Time for my speech already? I'm Dr. Lafayette.
Okay, let's see. So there are a few things here. A few different options for how we want to approach this scene. we can get him to testify with a certain line of answers, or we can essentially make him leave and then impersonate him on the stage, and both are considered just as good of results. What do we want to go for? Impersonation or letting him testify?
Oh, impersonation is really funny.
I'm good to impersonate him, yeah.
It's fun. All right, I have to do a pretty specific set. So who wants to be Franco this time? We're doing option 2.
I'm Franco. What's your story?
I just got in this morning. I work out on Bon Bon Island. This is actually my first time in Bear's LA office in quite a while. Jackie flew me in to give a speech on career science. I don't know when I'm supposed to go on stage. I hope they didn't forget about me.
And we are going with number 2 again.
I wouldn't know. I don't work here. I'm a regulator investigating Bear.
A regulator, huh? Let me ask you this. Would you try to regulate the towering majesty of the rainforest? Would you tell the great Mississippi River not to ramble and run, and tell the salmon that they can't swim upstream until they do their paperwork? Would you trudge up a butte just to tell the old butte dog to quit its yapping? You wouldn't mess with those ecosystems, and yet here we are trying to regulate the most important ecosystems of all, the wetlands of international finance and the marshy tundra of subprime mortgage lending.
What's next? A license to make toast my own damn toaster?
So, the route to impersonate him, the strategy seems to be distract him with thoughts of margaritas. So we want answer number 3.
Awesome.
Tell you the truth, I'd rather be spending the 4th on a beach biome, regulating a few margaritas.
Believe it or not, I had a margarita this morning, and I was relaxing on the beach before my flight. They pour them a lot differently on the island. It's a regional thing. They don't necessarily taste better, but I definitely prefer them. How do regulators like their margaritas?
And number 3 again.
I like my margaritas like I like my scuba dives. Fun, educational, and topped off afterwards with a big margarita.
Oh, you scuba dive? I'm an avid diver myself. At least I used to be. Let me tell you something, regulator. If you scuba dive deep enough, you're gonna find something Jackie doesn't want you to see.
And number 1.
There are 2 types of people in this world, Doctor. The sheep, who frolic on the beach and pretend that everything's fine, and the wolves, who strap on their scuba gear, dive into an ocean of problems, and top it off afterwards with a big margarita.
I like that you can arrest him.
That's a persuasive point, regulator. And elegantly worded. Tell you what, all this margarita talk is making me thirsty. Let me see if I can find us some tequila. I always like to have a drink before I reveal dark secrets about Bear Stearns.
Same, brother.
The extended eye contact.
Clown, is this your dad?
Yeah, that's my dad.
Okay.
Good camera
Hello?
spin.
Hey, that's
You
my
must
dad.
be Dr. Lafayette. It's an honor to meet you. Welcome to the LA office. Right this way. You're up next.
What was that little hand motion she did when she said welcome?
Oh, you know. This is the lady who is in the,
You know, I haven't heard of you
Pronunciation
personally,
book
Doctor.
final video.
Yeah.
You must be quite a brainiac to have a job out on the island.
She's the one who tells
Jackie
me I'm
keeps
a
the
beautiful
Bon Bon
system.
office under wraps.
It's true.
They even have a separate payroll system. I don't know what's so secret out there. I just know that it's important. And anything important is worth protecting. A city, a family, even just a new way of looking at the world. In times like these, you'll have to battle sooner or later. It's just a matter of being prepared. You already know how the individual elements work, but have you ever thought about combining them? Now, plasticite could never cut through brass on its own, but what if you imbued a plasticite blade with ice zirconium?
Uh-oh.
Then you'd have a totally different situation. This type of organized chaos is what the Battle Club runs on.
Are we gonna get invited?
We've got a few minutes before your speech. Do you want to check out the Battle Club right now?
This is a rare scene.
Oh.
She usually doesn't invite you, so do we? I'll spoil it.
Absolutely, we do.
I'll spoil it. We don't end up at the Battle Club no matter what we say.
No.
But the answer, yes, is the more interesting one, I think.
Yeah. Bear Stearns lady, are you free on Thursday when I'm free, etc.?
Let me just check the purity of your heart.
Oh, okay.
Andrew, why are you talking about my dad like
I'm
that?
sorry.
Listen.
It just doesn't look like you want to go.
Oh.
Well, this is the stage.
No, I
Here's
want
your
to
speech.
go.
I accidentally spilled some coffee on it, so some of the words might be a little hard to read, but
Isn't
I'm
that
sure
the thing that,
scientists of your
like,
caliber will be able to get by.
players are trying forever to figure out how to get into the Battle Club?
Yeah.
If there's some combination they can do to get there.
Yes, and I don't think you can. I think it's just kind of like in there as like a gold, like a red herring. I don't know, because in the Solarium Club, it looks like you can get into it too, and you can't.
Yeah, I think they like came to the conclusion that it literally just like hadn't been implemented into the game yet.
All right, so I have the answers here. Who wants to speak as our impersonation of Dr. Lafayette here for this sequence?
I'll take it.
All right, the answer is number 2 first.
Hello, LA. I'm Dr. Lafayette. I have a PhD in motivotion.
Next answer is going to be 1.
I'm here to announce some new workplace policies based on the latest career science.
1 again.
Our first big discovery was that people are most productive before lunch, so starting tomorrow, we're taking your normal lunch hour and moving it to 8 p.m.
Number 2.
Which one of you is doing which dance move?
I'm definitely doing the double Nixon there.
Oh, you beat me to it. Number 2 here.
The research also shows that heavier employees are more relaxed and dedicated. That's why we're we're promoting Colleen DeFranco in accounts receivable.
Number 2 again. I like this one.
We discovered that listening to saxophone solos increases our efficiency, so Bear's finally taking the plunge, and we're purchasing Jerry Rafferty.
And number 3.
Now, office romance is high-risk fun. Our test results show that employees with active sex lives are bigger earners, so get ready for
it's number 2.
Get ready for the automatic replacement of your desktop background with a randomly selected still frame of what women want from the year 2000.
Now it's number 3.
Remember Saxophone City? Not anymore. Our research shows they actually reduce productivity generation.
And number 2.
And finally, our most important 2.
Yeah.
Most importantly, for years we've toiled under the misconception that if you play as the Chicago Bulls and select Horace Grant, then score 50 points in the first half and prevent the other team from scoring, he'll take off his goggles at halftime and it'll say he's Jordan and he has perfect stats. We can confirm that Todd's stepbrother did all of this, and he said it's not true. Consequently, we will be eliminating all of Todd's video game time until he gets his grades back up.
This is the last one. It's number 2.
Thanks for listening to my speech. I hope everyone's enjoying their 4th of July as much as Jackie enjoys new wines. So a toilet full of Pepsi really hits.
Whoa.
Wow.
Perfect.
Great speech. You
Thanks,
managed to
Fonstad.
captivate the crowd, even when talking about rules and regulations. Not an easy feat, especially for someone who isn't from LA. All in all, I thought it hit the spot.
I also thought it hit the spot.
Mr. Dalton.
Hello, Cecilia. I hope you've been taking care of the good doctor.
Of course, sir. Still no sign of the other regulator, though.
Well, stay vigilant. They're a tricky breed, but in the end, they always give themselves away. Now, if you'll excuse us, the doctor and I have a lot of catching up to do.
Wahoo.
Yippee.
Wahoo.
L.A.
What is a man?
Yeah.
777
A miserable
million
pile of
people,
mortgages.
and you still can't get a decent margarita.
Okay, so this conversation here, we can go a number of ways. So the ideal, the quote-unquote, ideal way is that we get Jackie to testify. And if we do that, we will see a different good ending than the little scene we got last time with Glyph Wildarms. Something else kind of funny will happen if we get a perfect run this time. But it's not so different. It always ends with him establishing Jackie Town in the free trade zone. So if we want to see one of the different endings of this scene, we can. I haven't seen most of these, but it looks like according to the guide I'm looking at, we can cuff Jackie. We can get Jackie's LA Knights speech and cuff him. We can cuff him and it just says get a lift. It says we can cuff him and get chalupas.
Ooh.
That one. Tips.
We can also sign a contract to work at Bear. There's options I don't understand called Silent Wren, Descending Jar, and Urgent Ruby. I don't know what that means.
Well, now I'm very interested in Urgent Ruby.
Those are the characters Jack DeQuitt played in the last season of Transit City.
Do we want to get chalupas or do we want Urgent Ruby? Or do we want to get Jackie testifying? What are we feeling?
I'm kind of fascinated by the mystery ones.
I want to know what an Urgent Ruby
Oh,
is.
hold on. I found what they are. Do you want me to tell you?
Yeah.
Something along the lines of Jackie convinces you to join Bear Stearns in exchange for a precious object.
Oh.
Ooh.
In that case, I want chalupas.
We want to do chalupas?
Sure.
I'm in for chalupas.
Okay, so that's gonna be... We need to get to... Okay, so we want option number 2. Who's gonna be Franco?
I could be Franco again. I'm with the regulator's office. You're in a lot of trouble, Mr. Dalton. Your only option at this point is to cooperate.
Oh wait, the first 2 questions don't matter. We can say whatever we want here.
Oh. Let's go.
Strong feelings?
Let's go. No good margaritas in LA. Let me guess you were bored here.
Yeah, I like this one.
You're right, Franco. I don't know all the cool local spots. I wasn't born here.
I was made in a lab.
This one we can also choose.
Oh. How do you know my name?
You know my name, don't you? You think you'd catch me with my slacks down? Franco, I want to make you a big slice of money. When I saw you impersonating Dr. Lafayette on stage, I was ready to run down the aisle and jump kick your head off. But you said all the right things. Hell, if you can bullshit under that kind of pressure, I've got a trading desk with your name on it. Do you really want 40 more years of fluorescent lights and CRT monitors? Or do you want to call me boss and get rich as crap?
For the chalupas route, we want number 2.
You don't get it, Jackie. Regulators aren't in it for the money. We're in it for the regulating.
I get it. You're an adrenaline junkie. Staring down the free trade zone's most notorious filing cabinets. Airdropping into the heart of little Nicaragua to audit the street vendedores. Emptying a clip into the not-approved checkbox in a popular local coffee shop's application for a liquor license. You just want to take a Los Angeles chance. Let me ask you this, Franco. Ever wonder why your caseload goes up every year? The harder you push, the harder LA's gonna push back. If you knew the first damn thing about judo, you'd surf that LA momentum and ride it all the way to the shore. That's the problem. You don't care what works and what doesn't. Just as long as you and your buddies can bust up a Monopoly and still make it to Jubilee Tower in time for 2-for-1 margaritas.
Let's see. For this one, we want number 2 again.
Maybe so, but I'm a regulator, not a regulatory strategist. I do what I can with what I got.
Franco. The starting salary at Bear is $875,000. Raised after the first month. Imagine all the crazy crap you'd be able to buy. Just last week, I bought an amusement park, used it once, threw it away!
Man, I might be able to buy a booster box of the latest Magic the Gathering set. Ayo.
We want number 1 here. We're going for chalupas, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, number 1.
It's not the money that keeps you going, Jackie. It's the little things. Pulling 2 children from the wreckage of a collapsed financial system, performing the educational regulators rap at an inner-city middle school, admiring the smile on Henry's cherubic face as he spikes the ball at a Regulators League beach volleyball match.
You're sticking to your guns, and I admire that. But sometimes what people really want is different from what they think they want. Little bit of armchair career science for you. You are in an isolated mountain cabin. There is a man here. In the center of the room is a large statue. The sun will go down in 3 hours. It is starting to snow. You are holding a broken sword. You are very hungry. What do you do?
Does anyone know enough about Zork to know if this is an actual part of Zork?
I was wondering if it was a Zork reference or not.
The correct answer is number 3.
Ironically, my dad might know.
You forgot to mention the sealed refrigerator. You don't know anything about career science, Jackie.
Bullshits! I taught this city everything it knows!
Oh.
You should have seen LA in the 50s. People's idea of a night on the town was putting on a wool suit, hitching a ride to the parlor, and sweating their way through a low-stakes game of Chinese 8-ball. I gave LA its first skyscraper, the Amethyst Building, named after my late wife. Now take a look around. 777 million people on the 4th of July, and they wouldn't have their fireworks without me.
People, number 3, yeah.
People only get defensive about their legacies when they know their best years are behind them.
Well, in my experience, regulators only show up at Bear when I'm about to accomplish something. If my best years were behind me, you wouldn't be here!
Honestly, regulators only show up when I'm about to accomplish something is an incredible line
Yeah.
for the CEO of a banking company to drop.
It's really funny. I like it. Chalupas, we want number 3.
Good or bad, how many years do you even have left?
I'm not 70 anymore, that's for sure.
I'm not
Some days
70
I can barely
anymore?
leg press 2,000 pounds. Some days, still plenty of time left to pull
Ooh,
off
Argy
one
up
last power
9.17.
And number 1 for the chalupas ending.
Hey, who else is bored? It's double drinks night at Jubilee Tower, and I'm ready to mingle.
Not so fast, Franco! I've got an item in my private portfolio that you won't find anywhere else! You have a dainty touch, Franco! I couldn't tell if you were cuffing me or forcing a coffee table book about historic bed and breakfasts into my reluctant hands! You know what? It's only like 10:30. We have time to get chalupas. Come on, you're hungry.
He's so sweaty.
He's so sweaty.
Let's get chalupas.
What a world we live in.
Order, order. The people of Los Angeles versus
courtroom
Bear
scene
Stearns
mostly
called into
goes the
session.
same, but
Counselor, a bit of a
the
firecracker
ending
of a
will
case if you're
be
going to ruin my
slightly
4th of July with this unpleasantness.
No problemo, Judgy. This one's open and shut. We'll have you out of here in time for the grand finale. First witness, hot potato. Let's do this.
So I was reading what they actually did find about the Battle Club, and there are the people who were basically like taking the game apart found 3 YouTube videos that like you can't get to normally in the game. They had to like go into the back end and like look at all of the different YouTube videos where that one lady talks about the Battle Club, but no evidence that there is a actual
For my final
Battle
witness,
Club
Your Honor, I'd like to
aside from
call
that.
to the stand the Symbols and Records Gang, Champion and Dynasty.
Damn.
When the regulators came in, we were just doing the usual, jamming toxic assets down the throats of unsuspecting investors.
Nowadays, mortgages practically walk in on their own. But when Bear first got in the mortgage game, it was our responsibility to rustle them up. We learned from the best. Jackie taught us how to tie a hangman's knot, how to rub 2 credit default swaps together to start a fire.
Is that dude like
Even
an
how to
adult
knock over
swim
a
actor on the
stagecoach
right or
overflowing
something?
with
He looks so
subprime
fucking
mortgages for the
familiar.
tape.
Maybe? I don't know.
He was with us
My
on our
dad.
first heist.
Ah, that's why.
When we saw him shoot a man in the eyeball over a forbearance agreement, we knew we were working for one macho hombre.
This is nothing but lies. I've never even been to El Paso.
Oh, really, Jackie? Explain this.
I never got one of those.
No further questions.
After careful review of the regulators' evidence in the case of the people of Los Angeles versus
It
Bear
was bleeped
Stearns,
this time. Last
I
time she
ruled
said
delicately
your
in favor
sexy
of
evidence, I think.
Yeah.
Bear Stearns may
Dynasty's
continue its operations.
Dynasty's
However,
actor is
all of
also
its
in This Is My
transactions must be
Milwaukee.
individually approved by a member of the LA
Oh.
Exchange
Let me
Committee
see what else he's in.
named Kevin.
We do thousands of transactions per second.
That's too bad, because there's only one Kevin. And he
No,
works
yeah,
slow.
that's pretty much it.
Also, he doesn't use computers.
No, I almost certainly remember
Well, we got him,
him from
boys.
that.
I don't know about you guys, but I'm ready to go and partay for about 90 minutes. Then home early, and I'll lie down on the floor and look through old high school yearbooks with only the light of the moon to guide me.
Sounds great.
Party animal.
Not so fast.
Okay, it's the same from here on out, so I'm
I've got
gonna
to hand it
skip.
to you, regulator.
And then it's time for, y'all ready for a dip into the Solarium Club?
Yeah.
Eternally.
And also I can do some of the wrong answers on this, too.
Hail Mary, they're already torching the
Cuffinger
documents.
will just
I would have
end the
burned him on the
scene,
roof, but I'm saving.
I don't remember if there's...
I was really in debt after I bought the.
Oh, I guess it's only keep talking or cover. So we'll just show you what Cuffinger looks like.
Let's not make this difficult.
Judge me all you want. I know both of you would kill to be one of Jackie's girls.
Regulators! We just received a secret communique from the informant inside Bear Stearns. He or she said that Jackie has been spending a lot of time recently in Bear's high-risk mortgage division.
Thanks, Chief. We'll track him down. High Risk Mortgage Division. Where's it at?
Down the hall, third door on the left. Just promise me you won't hurt Jackie.
I wish I could promise that. But Jackie's the one who started this wrestling match. Now it's our job to oil up and hit the mat.
That's a weird line. Usually he says the LA Knights are hot enough already.
Yeah.
Okay. So here we can. There's a bunch of things we can say. I'll just let y'all choose.
I'll play interstitial as these two guys.
Yeah.
Champion and Dynasty. Yeah.
There's a book for it.
Let's turn
What
it
the hell are
around
you
to
doing to
go.
those mortgages?
Okay.
What's it look like we're doing? We're making CDOs, collateralized debt obligations. Mortgages come in. I bundle them up.
And I rate them to see if they're any good. Then we sell them to our lucky clients.
Over your tube, Brandy! We're just like bakers. We get the ingredients, cook up some donuts, and stuff them in any mouth that's open.
We'll let you two out of the mailroom.
Slow down, Dynasty. I think these two might be a couple of hall monitors. You can tell a regulator by the scent. Smells like whiteout and red tape.
Yeah? You smell like college football and fraud. Bear Stearns is going on trial tonight, and we're here to get all the evidence that we can get.
Evidence? What kind of evidence you gonna get? You don't even know what we do.
You can't expect someone fresh out of regulator night school to understand the subtleties of our noble profession.
Yeah, Dynasty is literally the first person that you see in the This Is My Milwaukee
makes sense.
video.
What are we saying this time? First one is what we said last time.
Can we cuff everyone?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sure,
sure,
Henry.
Cuff his ass.
You can't arrest us. Every phone call we miss and industry collapses. I had a dentist appointment last month, and now you can't buy zinc.
It's been real, bros. I think you'll enjoy prison. There's a lot of yelling. You'll fit right in.
Good work, Gumshoes. Some of our boys in the lab just received a cryptogram from the informant. It turns out the CEO is giving a company-wide speech in 5 minutes.
We're on it, Chief. We gotta get to the auditorium and get Jackie. Let's go!
Now we just need to go to the Solarium Club instead of all
This
this
is not how I
bullshit.
plan to spend the 4th.
The Solarium Club has like a bunch of different stuff you could do too, right?
It does, yeah. Yeah. It's but we can see most of it in one route. Like
Okay,
you're
cool,
basically
cool, cool.
going between rooms rather than making choices. This doesn't
When the future
matter.
rulers of Bear Stearns look back on our... So we know to be on the lookout for our...
This doesn't matter, and we've seen both.
Oh, you must be new here.
What do you mean, fellow banker?
Yeah.
That video never gets old. The 4th of July is a special day for our country.
Hey, I'm gonna go check out the Solarium Club.
That's not a good idea, Franco. I'm sure we'll get a chance to check it out later, but if we don't make a move now, we could lose it all.
I'm going to the Solarium Club, Henry. And here we are.
Yippee.
Welcome to the Solarium Club. Anything can happen here, so why not take a chance?
Can't say I expected this.
Nope. Where are we going?
The Great Hall, obviously.
I was gonna say we obviously chat up the hostess, but next time I guess.
That's
Yeah,
my
Battle
dad.
Club.
We can go back to her.
Where are we going?
The vestibule.
That might be where we entered.
Yeah, it's like an
Oh, fuck.
Should we chat her up now?
Yeah, let's talk to her.
Howdy, honey. Welcome to the Solarium Club. I'm the hostess, Miss Clementine. Just in case you've never been here before, let me help you get started. The doors behind me lead straight to the restaurant. Chef Mitchard cooks up a mean hamburger sandwich. To your right and to my left is the Great Hall. That leads to the hotel and the Battle Club, if you think you're ready. Oh, but listen to me talk. What's on your mind, sugar?
What are we thinking?
Tell me about the Battle Club.
Battle Club. That's where the real action is. Fighter, lover, businessman, or barmaid, you gotta be world class to make the cut in there. It'll be the biggest challenge of your life, but the Battle Club's got stuff you can't find anywhere else. In my line of work, I meet a lot of movers and shakers, and all the real VIPs have one thing in common. They earn their star in the Battle Club. Hop in the saddle. It's your turn to battle.
I love how much they talk up this feature that is not in the game.
It doesn't exist.
Really funny.
What if we just happen to find it in this stream? We make Bear Stearns Bravo history.
What's
I'm
on
gonna
your
see
mind?
what our other dialogue options say. I'm gonna ask about the restaurant. I'm hungry. You say the restaurant's pretty good, huh?
You bet it is. Chef Mitchard has trained all over the world. There's not a dish he can't cook. Well, there is one, but you wouldn't even know how to ask for it.
Chef Mitchard.
And what was the other thing we could say?
What's on your mind, sugar?
We need to book a room at the hotel. Oh, I think that this might trigger the end of the route. So I'm actually not gonna do that.
Okay.
Tell me about the Battle Club again.
You bet it is.
Oh, oops.
Chef Mitchard has...
Let's check out the Great Hall, I think. Card room or hotel?
Card room. Oh, it's our...
Different woman, same uniform.
Oh, sorry, no straw.
Well, hello. I'm Miss Cyclone. Welcome to the card room. I'm in charge of the tables here, so I better not catch you counting cards. You can still register for tomorrow's Big Gallop Open. The cute ones are always lucky.
What should I say?
Sounds like the stakes are high. Who's the favorite?
We always get the best, but this year's field is the strongest ever. The local card shark is four-of-a-kind Tony. He gets all the best hands, but aces make him jealous. The richest player in the club is Lady Marquis. Her money makes her fearless. It can make her reckless, too. But you asked about the favorite. I'm not supposed to tell you this. We've got a celebrity in the house. She's a world-famous singer and last year's champion, Sonata. If she's at your table, all bets are off. If you're not dazzled by the paparazzi's flashbulbs, you'll be blinded by her smile. Either way, you'll go home dollar-free.
Producer's note: none of these characters will appear in this video game. What should I say here?
What are the rules to Big Gallop?
You don't know the rules? Everyone's played Big Gallop at least once. I play like a rain cloud. I sneak up at first, but then I really let you have it. If you still can't remember how to play, sign up for the tournament, and I'll see if I can get you onto a table tonight for some practice.
I think the only thing we haven't said is what's life without a little risk? Sign me up for the tournament.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. We don't have any more spaces. If you want to try next year... Hold on.
I was gonna say, which one of you else throwing this?
Hello. Oh, no. That's interesting. Thanks for calling. Baron von Volzenkratzer is caught in a snowstorm. There's no way he'll make it here by tomorrow, so you can have his seat. Get plenty of beauty sleep for the big tournament. Registrations are closed for the evening.
And the climate's really fucked up. It's snowing on the 4th of July.
Yeah. Can I actually do this? Play a couple hands?
Can we play poker?
Oh shit.
Oh fuck. I know.
I love how the Solarian Club is inexplicably cowboy themed.
Yes.
It's awesome.
I see. Is this like a cipher?
This is not a real game.
I think, yeah, I think this might be a code of some kind.
Probably. I'm gonna click it again and see if it gives the same footage or if there's different cards. It looks like it's the same.
Yeah.
No, that's different.
Nope,
yeah,
it's different.
apparently there's 32 different practice hands.
Wow. Huh. I bet they do. I bet it is some sort of cipher. And there's a bunch of different things. Okay, let me look at the guide for the Solarium Club, so I want to make sure I'm not missing anything important here. Yep, just the 32 practice hands. Okay, so we want to do... Oh, we can do the restaurant. There we go.
Welcome to the Talking Horseshoe. I'm Miss Corral. We just started grilling up dinner, so let me know if you want a table.
Ask Miss Corral for a table with a view.
The chair is clipping through the tape.
Mind if I join you?
Just how I like it.
Thanks.
I think
I'm Sonata.
Oh, this is Sonata.
I just checked into the hotel. I hate to dine alone.
She's
especially
the
night
she's the
before
favorite.
the
She's the celebrity.
Fight me in the battle club.
Fight me in the battle club.
Battle Club? I don't even know your name yet.
Margarita.
Yeah.
I take my chances at the card table, not on the battlefield. I'll only fight to protect something important. And I'm a bit of a loner, so it doesn't happen often. I'd love to have another round, but I've got to stay sharp for tomorrow. Sign up for the tournament. Maybe we'll be at the same table. If I take all your chips, I'll buy you a drink.
That's nice of her.
Yeah. I think that's everything until we start asking for a room at the hotel, which is where things can get a little wacky.
Yeah, I do remember that.
Oh, let's get wacky, I suppose.
Let's do
Yeah,
it.
I think that's what we're doing.
Okay, I might have to hop off early. I'm really sorry.
Oh no, that's fine. Thanks for hanging with us,
Yeah.
Plum.
Yeah, no, it was fun.
We'll let you know if we find your dad.
Yeah,
Oh,
for
your
the
dad
love
was
of
today.
God. Okay, yeah.
Good night, Cloud.
Good night. Good luck
Okay,
with the
so-
rest.
Thanks. I think I go talk to her.
What's on your mind, sugar?
Might need book a room at the hotel.
I can't rightly say. A lot of folks have been checking in for tomorrow's big Gallop tournament. I don't know if you're a card player, but this showdown's a pretty big deal. Some people come just for the spectacle. Why don't you talk to Miss Cactus in the hotel lobby?
Oh,
She
okay.
can tell you if they've got a room left.
So I guess that means Great Hall, hotel. Let's see, what are...
At Alexa Vega?
I don't think it is. Could be wrong.
Let's relax with a drink, because there's 5 different drinks we can get. We can get
Oh,
blue
shit.
drink, refreshing glass of Pepsi, short purple drink, skinny orange drink, or huge red drink.
Oh, refreshing glass of Pepsi.
Obviously, we gotta get the Pepsi.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm
I can't
drinking a
choose.
refreshing glass
They
of
will.
Pepsi.
Oh, it's
they
random?
will, the universe will choose for me. Is that huge red drink? Doesn't seem that huge to me.
Yeah, that's not huge.
They forgot to tell you that we're actually 50 feet tall.
Oh. I guess that is just how the guide I'm looking at describes it. So I should shout out the Bear Stearns Bravo Discord for making this at the same time that I'm insulting them for calling this big.
Thank you, Bear Stearns Bravo Discord.
This video is so long. Why is this part so long? Why is she squishing the drink around so
He's gotta
much?
drink the whole drink.
Man, they let that candle burn for a while.
Yeah.
They did a lot of takes.
You are at Hotel Fantôme. I am Miss Cactus. What do you need?
Number 3 will get us to the end. So let's ask the first 2 things. Tell me about the guests at the hotel.
What is there to say? They come from every city. Some stay for years, and others are here just for a moment. I watch
Sorry,
them
some
all
stay
pass
for
by.
years?
I do my best to keep up.
Guess.
Everybody rushing around, but where can anyone go?
It's like a Sweet Life of Zack and Cody situation.
I guess.
Or Royal Tenenbaums.
Nice place. How are les drinks?
The bartender is Richard. I'm not the one to compliment, but he knows how to pour a strong one. He's the younger brother of the restaurant chef. They have not spoken in years. Can you imagine what it would be like to be forever in another's shadow?
Alright, let's trigger the end game here. I just signed up for tomorrow's tournament. Are there any rooms left?
Ah, Miss Cyclone told me to look out for you. I understand you'll be taking the Baron's seat. You always come in last place at the tournament. So, at least you can do any worse. His room is yours. It's already paid for. When you're ready, I will call the elevator.
I think we now go back up and ask for it again.
What do you need?
To go to my room.
The silent elevator is so
Yeah.
scary.
Yeah, can we get Henry back?
Yeah. Where's Henry? I miss him.
Doing his actual job, unlike us. I don't know what listen to the radio does.
Since this century's beginning, a time of tempest has seemed to come upon the continents of the earth. Masses of Asia have awakened to strike off shackles of the past. Great nations of Europe have fought their bloodiest wars. Thrones have toppled, and their vast empires have disappeared. New nations have been born. For our own country, it has been a time of recurring trial. We have grown in power and in responsibility. We have passed through the anxieties of depression and of war to a summit unmatched in man's history. Seeking to secure peace in the world, we have had to fight our way through the forests of the Argonne, to the shores of Iwo Jima, and to the cold mountains of Korea. In the swift rush of great events, we find ourselves groping to know the full sense and meaning of these times in which we live.
Neat.
The guy had the same speaking cadence of Kermit the Frog.
It's not
You
easy
float through the
being
beaches
482
of
nanometers or whatever. Get some sleep. This part's weird.
Ah, the old scissor flamenco.
I think you can get a number of different dreams.
Yeah, if I remember correctly, there's like a bunch and it's random which one it picks.
Wow, I love Mulholland Drive.
I was just thinking, fucking put the Twin Peaks music over this.
She's my cousin, but doesn't she look exactly like Sonata?
I like how sticky those scissors seem. She seems to have some trouble pulling them apart.
Franco, that's not Franco. Franco.
Attention! The Solarium Club is under assault. An unknown airship is attacking from above. We apologize for the minor inconvenience. The Tachyon Hammer is charging up now. In the meantime, why not enjoy a drink in the hotel lobby? On the house.
Ooh.
Cool.
I'm for a Pepsi.
The like
Damn, they
random
invented-
footstep sounds are weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They invented TikTok NPC streamers.
They did.
Gang.
There's a part where it starts, I think, if I remember this right, there's a part where it starts to look like we are being asked questions in the 3 options sense, but we can't click them because we are being asked. Something like that. I don't know if it always does it like that, but that is my memory of this scene.
That is, yeah, that's also my memory of the scene.
I worked
I'd be
hard to
getting
get where I
freaked
am.
out if I
It sure
was-
ticks me off when pirates try and take it all away.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can't choose.
Air pirates are ruthless, but you can see them coming from miles away. My question is, how'd they get past Miss Clementine's first line of defense? She has been acting a little strange ever since the Vice Chancellor visited. It's probably just stress from running the club.
So this is Franco's voice?
Yeah.
I worked hard to get where I am. It sure ticks me off when pirates try and take it all away.
Yeah, me too.
Me? I'm a strategist. I keep the whole battlefield in mind. I rely mostly on distance attacks and items, but when my EV bar gets full, watch out. I'll give everyone on the battlefield a random status change.
Put that one in the Prima strategy guide.
Is that it?
Still seeing good movies lately?
Does it just loop forever?
It might. Well, no, because it says I can skip to the end, so presumably.
Can we click on anything?
Should I click on skip to the end?
I meant like other people, but
I don't think so. I don't think there's anything interactable like that.
Like, surely there's something if there's a skip to the end button, right?
You would think so.
Mm-hmm.
What does the guide say, Wheels?
It just says the next day end is how it describes this section. So maybe I do need to hit this.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I just hit this here. Okay, so we have seen all the 3 major routes. Thank you very much, all of you, for joining me. Into Clown and Clown's dad.
I love this game.
There is one like major scene we didn't get because we did the impersonate Lafayette on the stage scene, which is very fun, but that does replace a different scene in that route. How we feeling? Do we want to call it here, or do we want to see the one scene we did?
I can do the one scene.
Yeah, I could do the one scene. I was gonna say I could try and dig and just find the video of that scene, but you might be able to get
It
to
won't take
faster.
long if I'm hitting the skips.
Oh, true.
Cuffiner, we're skipping.
Bear Stearns Bravo speedrun.
Yeah.
Henry.
I think speedrun is you go to the Solarium Club and you go the fuck to sleep.
I wonder if there actually is like a speedrun time for this
Can't
game.
arrest us!
Not on speedrun.com, probably, because this definitely counts as an interactive movie or visual novel.
Yeah.
This is not how I planned it.
Okay, this doesn't matter.
When the future rulers of Bear Stearns
Which is
look
why
back
those
on
cowards won't let me speedrun
So we know to
Immortality.
be on the lookout for our enemies.
This one doesn't matter.
I know people have like 100%ed this game completely and like found every single video you can find inside the game.
No, they haven't.
Well,
they haven't gotten to the battle club.
Okay, so we want to say you handle the judges, yeah. Because we want.
Sounds like a
Dr.
plan,
Lafayette.
Franco. A word to the wise. Some people are.
All right, here we are. So now we want different dialogue options with Dr. Lafayette. So this will be different too. Backstage. We want the.
Is it time for my speech
I think
already?
we want good testify.
The way he just slides into frame.
I'm Dr. Lafayette.
Oh, isn't he the treasure hunter? In the
shit, is he?
Maybe?
I think he is.
Yeah. I think
Treasure Hunter was younger, wasn't he?
Hold on.
Well, I think he just had long hair.
I'm Franco.
I
What's
just
your
got in this
story?
morning. I work out on Bon Bon Island. This is actually my first time in Bear's LA office in quite a while. Jackie flew me in to give a speech on career science. I don't know when I'm supposed to go on stage. I hope they didn't forget about me.
So now we're going to change from what we did before. We're going to ask, what's career science? And what can it do for me?
Glad you asked. I have a PhD in motivation, but career science isn't just for eggheads. Let's see if I can break it down. Everything around us is made of elements. The airplanes in the sky are built from aluminum, and you can't have a hot breakfast without a skillet made of iron. But what are businesses made of? It's an element you may not know about. Workonium.
Oh.
Buildings, bonds, and briefcases. If you look close enough, it's all workonium. Workonium itself is composed of millions of careeroids. At the center of each is a bossicule, orbited by a variety of employons. Every bossicule wants to accumulate as many employons as possible. But if he gets too many, it'll slow him down, making him easy prey for larger bossicules. What if two equal bossicules collide? That's called a worksplosion. Outer employons may be let go, but every worksplosion emits rays of pure productivity. At Bear Stearns, we seek to weaponize these rays and use them to annihilate our competitors' building.
So we're saying weaponize, huh? I thought motivation was supposed to build businesses up, not tear them down.
Ridiculous. You probably stumbled through a semester of undergraduate motivation, and now you think you're a professor. If you're not willing to vaporize a couple of competitors, you don't have the jobitude to work at Bear.
Most people I know talking about agile frameworks.
Yeah, we'll have to table that for now and we'll circle back.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you don't have the jobitude. The jobitude, your career science. The jobitude to use your career science for a noble cause.
In the late 90s, I was at the Department of Labor developing experimental team-building exercises. One day when I was leaving, a man approached me in the parking lot. He said he'd read my thesis on agitated bossicules
I think you're
and wanted
right,
to offer me a
Claudia.
job. I could tell immediately that he knew his stuff. This man could have been a first-rate career scientist himself if he wasn't busy being the CEO of Bear Stearns. Jackie offered me my own lab with triple the budget of the Department of Labor. No more team-building exercises. I'd finally be able to focus on pure theoretical
Shoot,
motivation.
did I pick the right one? I might
The
have
only
picked the wrong
catch,
one.
Bear Stearns would own all of my
See.
research and could apply it however they liked. I resigned my post the next morning. From that point on, I was just another one of Jackie's girls. We built a facility on Bon Bon Island, off the coast of LA. When I wasn't working in the lab, I was working on my tan. I had everything I wanted. There was no reason to ask how my discoveries were being applied by the big shots in Los Angeles. Last Christmas Eve, I got my first glimpse behind the curtain. I had left the lab early to go scuba diving, as I do on every Christian holiday. I knew deep had arrived from the mainland, and I was eager to explore some unfamiliar reefs on the western side of the island. Shortly after I dived, a group of dolphins approached me, swimming about playfully. I followed them, expecting to be led to their cove. They swam so quickly, darting through the beautiful piles of coral as I struggled to keep up. Oh, finally, we reached a clearing. They had led me
tears in his eyes.
To a secret underwater Bear Stearns facility I now know as Big Bronco. I thought about swimming away, but I'd already been spotted. The researchers welcomed me in, of course. I knew many of them from my lab. Jackie had told them to keep the facility secret from me, but he knew I'd eventually discover it on my own. What I saw down in Big Bronco changed me forever. Just as poetry can sing the praises of a despot, and philosophy can justify the atrocities of war, so too can career science be defiled. At Big Bronco, success isn't 99% perspiration and 1% inspiration. It's 80% genetic engineering, 15% artificial evolution, and 5% a knife that shoots guns. I don't care if you rat me out to Jackie. I haven't slept in 6 months. If those dolphins had never shown me Big Bronco, I'd still be a blissful scientist in the ivory tower. Now I'm just a prisoner on Bon Bon Island.
This guy's first name is Enron, by the way.
Yeah.
Like the act.
I went on his wiki page.
Yeah.
So we want wait. Oh, we can either get. I think no matter what I say here, I think we'll still get the scene we missed. Do we want bad testify, good testify, or cuff him and career test? I don't know what that means. I'm kind of leaning to cuff him and career test.
Yeah, cuff him and career test.
Mm-hmm.
You think metaphorical prisons are bad? You're gonna hate the real one.
So you were a regulator all along. That's odd. It's not what I sense from your career aura. Before you haul me off in your paddy wagon, let this disgraced scientist satisfy one final curiosity. I'd like to give you a career affinity test, Franco. I don't have my deck with me, but I think I can manage. I see a sunrise over a peaceful kingdom. 700 years since the Crystal Crusade. The people are complacent, but the planet remembers. Everyone's preparing for the festival. A neatly folded tablecloth. Decorations hang in the square. Kiss on the cheek. Something's going on. On the throne sits a white rose?
What?
Can you speak up?
Yeah.
You weren't meant to be a regulator at all. Your real career is...
No!
What?
What are you still doing there, Doctor? You're late for your speech. You need to go to the stage right now. Now.
Yes, Billy.
And you, regulator, you are legally obligated to present your credentials to the receptionist when you enter Bear Stearns. You failed to do that, and therefore you are here illegally. All information you have gathered is inadmissible for tonight's trial. Furthermore, Henry is in a laser cage, and he's not allowed to leave until he apologizes to every single Bear Stearns employee. We have 15,000 employees on 7 continents. I will decide your punishment as soon as you get to the executive balcony. And you are already late.
Joke's on. Joke's on you. We haven't collected any evidence. We haven't learned shit.
Yeah.
Also, big Back to the Future 2, Marty McFly gets fired energy from there.
I thought you were
National
toast.
TV for a change.
Ooh.
Look what you've done, Regulator. Is this how you treat your colleagues? This is all your fault.
Don't you listen to her. She has...
That's fucking cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
So this scene is weird where every route but one results in her testifying, but her testifying results in a mistrial.
Huh.
Let me see. We are executive balcony. Do you want to just get one of the mistrial endings so we can see what that looks like in the end?
What is the one that doesn't result in her testifying? Just out of curiosity.
You cuff Billy.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Yeah, I'll get a mistrial. That sounds fun.
Yeah, let's do a mistrial.
Yeah. I'll go to the closer you there. Basically, if you get one of the like if I do the first option here, Billy testifies, and that's the only option I take. So I'm gonna keep picking the option that gets me closer to cuffing Billy, and then not cuff Billy at the very end, so we get the most dialogue. So I'm gonna say absolute. Oh, wait, no, I'm gonna say I'm at the wrong one. Oh, this first choice doesn't matter. What do we want to say?
I do like what the hell, people.
What's the matter? Is this your first case? You're just a small town regulator from Neo Bernardino. Well, sorry, this isn't a pizza restaurant, regulator. Welcome to the top of LA Prime. I'm Billy Diamond, and this is...
Get me out of this laser cage!
Don't touch those bars! They're made out of lasers!
What do we want to say? This one's up to us too.
Definitely
Okay.
I hope you know what you're doing, Franco.
I'm not happy with your behavior right now, regulator, but I understand your frustrations. The incompetence of other departments, inconsistent rule systems. Even at Bear Stearns, things are falling apart at the seams. I've been trying to get Jackie to review the cover design of the employee handbook, and he just won't do it. Shit like this that makes me delighted at the opportunity to testify at the trial tonight.
So I'm gonna say no, because it'll get us more dialogue. Absolutely not.
You know, I'm always second-guessing myself. I like my work at Bear Stearns, but is it the right thing? There are all sorts of people in this world. Who is helping them? Let me tell you a little story. When I was a teen, I always loved to go to beer parties. It wasn't long before I was necking with a PCP boyfriend, and I broke all of my legs. I was at rock bottom, and I had only two options left. Living in the emergency storm tunnels under the city, or high finance. It's a decision I live with every day. But now my reluctant testimony will bring peace and honor to my ancestors in Malibu 3. I'll testify, regulator, but promise me this. Give me a cell with a view of the Pacific, so I can watch the sun set and light this world on fire.
Believe a single word you just said, and I do not want you to testify under any circumstances.
Go ahead, arrest me. You're not going to get my testimony or the charm shield.
Think it over carefully, Franco. A charm shield sounds like it could really come in handy.
So number 1 gets us to the cuffing one, which we don't want. Number 2 gets us a split where we can basically we're just getting dialogue options here. So number 3 will get us to an ending, to say that to do the charm shield will get us an ending, or we can go number 2 and get a little more dialogue, and then one more dialogue option will get us the ending. What do we want to do, 2 or 3?
I want to hang out with Billy Diamond as long as possible.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
I think she's related to Neil.
So now you expect me to bend over backwards just to clean up your mess. Now I'm a fair person. I know that problems exist. But what other people don't realize is just how much I have to deal with. Unacceptable. Completely unacceptable.
This one's up to y'all. What am I saying?
Billy, you are a delicate band.
Yeah, of course.
Finally, a chance to get some attention. I've been waiting a long time for my voice to be heard. Razor cage down.
Yeah. Woo! Yeah. Woo, feels good to be out of there.
It's like taking off your ski boots after a long day in the coal mines.
I'll see you at the trial, crazy lady. Let's get out of here, Franco.
Hallway.
I should fill you in. The only coherent thing we got from Billy Diamond is that Jackie's heading up a big Bear Stearns board meeting as we speak.
This is our chance to take the big guy to the mat.
I really think you did the right thing back there with Billy. So much power for just one woman. Who's gonna stop her? Jackie? To Billy, Jackie is just another one of Billy's Jackie's girls.
You're gonna be a couple Jackie's girls yourselves if you don't get to that boardroom pronto.
What is it, Franco? You look like you have 3 things on your mind.
Busting up another boardroom. Just like me pappy. Who knows where I would be without him? Maybe I would have been a bad street brawler. Maybe I'd be a diplomat in President City, or hell, maybe I would have moved to some small town. Started a bluegrass band.
You didn't choose regulating, Henry. It chose you.
A man can't pick his destiny, but he can choose where to put his fists.
Get ready for the boardroom.
I'm just gonna pick a bunch of random answers here.
So Dad has such a specific writing style
That's all you got.
that I love
Yeah.
so much.
Who cares?
Have they done anything at all since this?
We're well aware of that. Not really. Nothing like large scale, I don't think.
I think
That seems fun.
the negative reception to Bear Stearns Bravo kind of killed him.
Yeah.
It's your greatest threat too.
Which is a shame, because it's really good.
Yeah.
Damn right it was. That
But
was
it
some
wasn't what people were expecting from the ARG.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds reasonable to me.
To be fair, it does have a very different tone from the
Sure
ARG.
does. It sure does.
Of course I can. That's a foundational move. Testify. Ah!
No! What? Oh, I got a game over.
Oh no.
Do you want me to see the... I would have to restart to see the mistrial. Are we okay missing it?
Yeah, I'm good to miss it.
Yeah, that's fine.
Mistrial, more like missed trial.
More like
Is there
missed the... Yeah. Thanks for
is
hanging
there a
out with me,
Mr.
all
trial?
y'all. Chat, thanks for hanging out, too. This has been Bear Stearns Bravo, and I think we're done. Bye, y'all.
Bye.
See y'all.
Oh, let me put us on the fucking BRB.
Last stream of the year.
Yeah.
We're done.
We're done. We're out. Good night.
We're done.